Slow Smog with a remix. Getting jacked in, I did a bad thing and I need the world to know. I shit myself in a car park, it's the premise of the show. With a start one, then a fart one, then we take it back real slow. Talk about some art stuff, or maybe juggalos. I got sock brain, it's a real shame, we ain't getting round to 3. But who gives a fuck about content without mic quality? They love them and they love them and they're both dating still. And they got a podcast together.
What? What the fuck?
What?
How? It's only been a week since we made the joke.
It's been less than a week. This landed in our inbox a few days ago.
Uh-huh.
We only just opened it right now.
Like right before the show.
We got a blank email from Slow Smog.
Gotta open it.
.bandcamp.com.
As you know him.
As you know. And all the subject line says was, I'm bad for this.
He's a bad boy for this one.
And then no body text at all and just a file attached. And that was the file.
It's a remix of the podcast intro.
That we did last week.
That we did last week.
As a joke.
As a joke. And had mentioned as a joke that they should, like, remix it. They remixed it, rapped over it to the entire like premise of our podcast with inside jokes.
It was so good.
It's amazing.
I can't believe how good it was.
I want to listen to it again and again.
It's unbelievable.
It's a new year. Can that be our new intro?
Oh God, don't. I'm so tempted to say
it kind of slaps. It's kind of good.
It goes kind of hard.
It goes a little bit super hard.
Yeah. Who knew? Good music from Australia.
Yeah. Slow Smog. That's slowsmog.bandcamp.com is responsible for our normal intro and is now responsible for that remix that we just all listened to. This is All the Space Between. My name is Mitch.
My name is Billy. Welcome to another episode of our stinky little couples cast.
We are still together.
It's true.
I do love you.
Yeah.
And we're doing this together.
Like the song said.
Just like our theme song.
Theme song.
I just think it should be our theme because it like encompasses the show, you know? You hear the intro of our normal theme, Slow Smog. I think it's great. But it has fuck all to do with our podcast.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because it's just a song that Slow Smog wrote.
Yeah. Well, years prior to starting the podcast.
Yeah.
I think this next one is more concise. I think the problem with your music normally, Slow Smog, it's a bit long. It's a bit long-winded. That ambient noise.
This is coming from you.
Yes.
Yeah.
It drags on
Mr. 18-minute ambient track. Yeah.
I think you should get to the content.
Get to the point.
Which is talking about our podcast. That's all the space in between .com.
Good.
Welcome to another episode. What's this? What? Well, a 10.
I wish we were at 2-0 something.
Yeah, I'm 100 episodes off. I saw you almost drop something. What was that?
But shut up.
On Skype, I saw your eyes light up and then you reached for something really. Whoa. What was it? It was a priceless vase that you have next to your computer. It's your grandmother's ashes. What almost fell?
I've got a large stack of unopened envelopes next to me and my phone's on top of them and they all started to fall and I was like, that's gonna make a loud noise. Stop.
I'd hate to distract from the show.
Actually, I completely forgot about this until right now. Right now. I've got an unopened envelope here that is, I think, to do with our podcast. And if I open it and it's not, you're just gonna have to edit this part out, so I hope I'm right.
Okay, I guess open it then.
Okay. All right, hang on.
You know how much I love to edit, so I hope there's not like a beep sound here where I go, and it wasn't a part of the podcast.
Okay, well, I got an email notification from my PO box, saying that I got something, a little handwritten envelope. Oh, it's Billy, very small, as you can see.
The artist with the PO box. Are you a fan mail?
It's a pay as you go. Don't worry.
Billy, I'm not that fan. Just give them your home address.
But I don't know if you can read who the return is from.
I'm in the way of the thing. Hold on, I need to
God.
Put it down.
Down.
Hey, yes, I can read that.
This is from a listener.
It is from a listener. We shan't be
Do,
saying their name.
Do you know what's in it?
No, not at all. Oh,
think I
wait.
know
Oh,
what's
my
in it.
God. I think I do know
I'm
what's in
gonna
it.
open this up.
Also, why'd you get it and not me? How come I didn't get anything in the mail? For all I know,
I'm gonna
I did.
open
I
this
have
up
I have an
and-
inactive P.O. box right now that I don't. Is it? Is that what I'm...
Inside is a picture.
Oh my God.
From our listener, but I don't remember what fucking number it was. But recently we had a question from one of our listeners saying that they had graduation pics taken that they didn't know what to do with, little wallet-sized graduation pics, and I kind of as a joke was like, send them to me. I'll put it in my wallet.
We wanted them as wallet pics.
I've got one now.
You've got one. I don't. So my wallet is bare.
It's beautiful. They're standing in a white room wearing just a gorgeous little yellow dress.
Is there writing on the back? It looks like there's writing on the back.
It's signed. It's signed with their
that's
name and
cool.
the date. Yeah.
It's an honor. Thank you. Like, it's not enough I put it in my wallet. I have to act like it's a celebrity thing.
I'm feeling just like a stan, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also inside here is just on the inside of the envelope. It just says, "This would be awkward if you were joking."
Yeah. Well, we weren't. Not entirely.
Well, here's the thing. I'm always half joking and I'm always half serious. So, I was joking, but I'm glad to take the joke into my real life and actually put this inside my wallet.
We're manifesting a lot of real
go.
things for this podcast on this episode in particular.
Yes. We got a real remix and we got a real photograph in the mail. Anyway, that's the end of our new fan mail opening segment, everyone, which I assume will be a regular occurrence.
What should we manifest next? It'd suck if this podcast got really famous. Or just really popular. If we charted.
Yeah. I guess if we got cash.
Yeah. If I got offered cash to podcast, I guess that would be bad. Or no, I guess that would be good because we're manifesting things in the way that we say we want them, right?
Yeah. Well, which I think we say that wouldn't it be funny?
Okay. Wouldn't it be funny if you told your friends and family about the show?
Wouldn't that be a good bit?
That would be funny.
Yeah.
If you were like, oh, wow, this episode is so funny, the Slow Smog remix. And then they're like, well, I don't really understand the remix. I don't really, because I'm not, I don't know what all these references are. You go, well, okay, that's fine. All the episodes are up for you to stream. Start at episode 1. It should be okay.
Yeah, but don't start at episode 1. Start like 50. I don't know.
I recently revisited episode 1, and I don't think it's that bad, honestly.
It's not bad. Of course, it's not bad.
I'd say
great.
I'd say start at episode 1, honestly, but it's also not episodic, so you could just pick a random episode and it would be fine.
Yes, of course.
Uh-huh.
All right. Shall we get to the email reading segment?
This is an email reading podcast, by the way. We dive into your pickly, briny predicaments every week and try to do our best at answering them in the only way we know how, which is like complete dipshit dumb fucks.
Yes, it's true.
We're not that good at it. Before we get into this, hold on, let me respond to some texts. I'm a very busy man.
Oh, God.
You hear me typing?
I do. Those
cherry
MX Browns.
Yeah, these are browns.
Yeah. You can tell because it's very tactile, but there's
it's not too tactile. Yeah. It's not like blues. No.
Yeah.
Blues are. This is more of a kind of like that. I'm done, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, I finished. Unless you want to talk about keyboards more. Keybs?
No, we'll save that for our private life.
You want to talk about keybs?
Keybs?
Yeah.
No.
We've had sex. How does that feel? How does that feel after the fact? Not that you know me to the extent that you do.
In retrospect. Yeah. How do you feel about that? How much regret?
Been months that we haven't had it, and you're like really looking back, or you just like he said keeps.
He did say keeps in front of me on our podcast.
On our podcast that we have together. He's a podcaster.
Yeah, so that does make it worse.
First question. Oh, is it me? Is that what you're waiting for?
Yeah, it's you.
Okay. Email reading podcast. You know the deal. You know how it goes. I'm getting to it now. This first question is just called, I aced my video media arts class because of this podcast. And it goes... Hi, not a question. I just wanted to thank you for your microphone knowledge. Because of Mitch and his mic rambling, I was able to pass a very large microphone test for my video arts class. This is good, considering I had not studied. I wasn't aware of the test until that day. I would also like to say that as someone who lives in Southern California too, Temecula to be precise, it's fun hearing you talk about places near me, Fallbrook, Pendleton, etc. I will be moving to Fallbrook here in about 7 months. It feels like I'm talking to a friend. That's all. I love both of you. Stay safe. This person's name.
Funny of you to dox yourself so hard.
I know. I live in this exact location.
It's a very small area.
Knowing we know it very well.
Yeah.
You know that, I mean, like, me in particular, Nikki was from, let me just dox everybody I know. Nikki was from Temecula, Marietta area. I was from Fallbrook.
Yep.
I was just a boy. She was just a girl. We met on Instagram. We fell in love. And so she'd take, that lonely trip to Fallbrook.
Yeah.
Near the high school.
Yep. Really gang specific.
Right at the top of the high school.
Yeah.
Near, off of you're looking down at the ag department is what you're doing at the high school, yeah. It's really nice. We used to sit there and look at the goats. Yeah, she's hasn't texted me back in 3 days.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why you've been, like this.
Yeah, in a sour mood lately.
Yeah. This is why you've been curmudgeonly with me.
I've been taking it out on you. My ex hasn't texted me back. No, I lived in Fallbrook for like 10 years.
Ages.
Yeah.
Ages and ages, yeah.
Fallbrook, I have a very, I have a very love-hate relationship with. It's a quaint little town. It's the avocado capital of the nation. Every year we'd have an avocado festival.
Yep.
I think you're going to like it, but it's small. It's a very small place. In fact, I'm wondering why you're moving there.
If you like avocados, you're gonna have a
blast. I had just like avocado trees in my front yard. Like it just grows like the common tree there. It's very cool.
The reason I was there is because I was the first time we met is because I was volunteering on an avocado farm.
Yeah, that's actually kind of cute. The first time that we ever met, and I know I've probably told this story before, but we're episode 1 something on this podcast, so who cares? But when we met, like you were like, oh, I'm gonna be in California, and I was just kind of like, that's a big state, it's a really, really big state, and I was like completely agoraphobic at the time, and I was doing especially bad with my mental health. I could hardly fucking stand, and I'm not gonna go somewhere to meet this person. There's no way. And I was like, well, where in California? And you were like, we're gonna be up near San Francisco, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, thank God, it's like 10 hours away. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, yeah, no, I can't do it. And then you're like, well, afterwards we're going to be in Southern California. Well, it's a big area. And you're like, yeah, we're going to be in LA. Well, that's a good hour. And that's 2 hours away.
Yeah,
so
it's like a 2-hour drive.
It's 2 hours. I don't have a car. Also, I'm agoraphobic. I just don't think it's going to work. Damn. We are staying in this very small town called Fallbrook for like a week, though. And I go, holy shit. Oh my God, the chances of you coming from England saying I'm going to California and staying in Fallbrook is...
To be fair, even then, you were like, where in Fallbrook? And I told you, and you're like,
it's a bit
far. All the way on
far.
the other side of Fallbrook. It was completely, like, it was as far away as you could get.
You begged to meet me.
It's technically, I did.
It was really cute. It really was cute. You were very persistent. You were like, I'm at the McDonald's using their Wi-Fi. Do you want to hang out? And for the 3rd day in a row, I was like, I don't know. Now we have a goddamn podcast together. Did you get what you wanted?
Yeah.
Huh? A podcast?
Yeah, I got a podcast out of it. I barely fucking knew what a podcast was at the time. I don't think.
Oh, no, I already had a podcast then.
You did. You had Sad Soul.
I did. I think I had Sad Soul around then. I was starting Sad Soul then, yeah.
Yeah. But I was staying on an avocado farm. Each time I would hitchhike, it was a farm, like, it wasn't in the city, obviously, it was a fucking farm, it was on a mountain. So every time I went into town, I had to hitchhike into town. And most of the times we would hitchhike in, someone would give us, like, either a bag of oranges or a bag of avocado. They're just like, you want one? Like, everyone just fucking had
It's just
them.
plentiful there.
And then we'd go, like, to the library to use their internet, and all, like, the sofas and stuff would all be, like, avocado shaped.
Of course.
And then, like, you
What
go
other
and walk
shape
past
is
the
there?
skate park, and and the bowl that you skateboard in is in the shape of an avocado.
What do you want from us? Avocado capital of the nation. What part of that didn't you understand?
They fucking love it over there.
Yeah, it's a great little fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's funny that they gave you like a bag of oranges and avocados, especially because like my dad, when I was growing up, throughout high school, he managed this big fucking property. We lived on it, but the rich ass fucking people that owned it had this like giant fucking house on it. But we had this little like trailer park home on it. We had this just like double wide fucking prefab home. And I loved that fucking thing. It was on this huge, property. And it was like their third home or something. So they were only there like one weekend out of the month, maybe. So we were just using their pool all the time. I lived there. That was dope in that huge property. My dad was the manager of that property, and it was on an avocado and citrus grove. So that's Fallbrook. It's you hear the bombs of Camp Pendleton, you eat avocados and oranges. Yep. It's paradise if not for the racists. They're racist.
Unfortunately, that's true.
It's a racist little town.
There's a lot of racists and a lot of celebrities' parents.
Celebrities' parents die there a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just where they go. It's like a retirement home, basically. They just go to Fallbrook.
Yeah.
To just be racist one last time before before they walk into the light.
Anyway, enjoy, I guess, to this person.
We're speaking a lot just to this one person because everyone else is just like, these are words we don't care about. But just for this one person, let's just I'm just gonna say some words that they're just gonna go, ooh, I feel like I know this person really well.
Okay.
Camp Pendleton.
Ooh.
Carlsbad.
Oh my god.
Bonsall, California.
That's a rare one.
Ooh, the 76. Yeah. Look at that. Jimbos. I don't know if you have a Jimbos over there, but Jimbos if you do. Major market. Do you have a major market? You will if you go to Fallbrook.
Oh my god, this person's going to be able to go to the major market where
I almost pissed myself.
Where you almost pissed yourself.
You can go to the major market where I almost fucking peed myself.
You know what? Put up a plaque.
This is where Mitch tied his belt too tight and had to whip out the old cock in front of everyone.
This is where Mitchell Flat Sound almost pissed himself because he tied his scene belt too tight.
My Batman belt was one notch too taut. And I almost had to take my balls out in front of the girls I was with.
Stop talking.
Thanks for listening to the show. We're glad you like it for some reason. If we ever start doing live shows, I would really like to do a live podcast. Podcasts do that. And once the world
I would love to.
opens up again, assuming we're still living in Southern California, and we could do it safely, and you're living here, come to a live show.
We're getting a really early plug-in.
you gotta wait at the door now, bro. Like, it's gonna fucking... There's gonna be a line around the corner of people locally who want to hear this shit. In San Diego, yeah. The quaint beach town.
God.
Next question. Let's go.
All right. Okay. Sorry. Frog in my throat. This one is called, simply, Piss Face. And it goes, hello, Bitch and Willie. I actually sent y'all an email earlier this week, but this little pickle just occurred and I knew I had to tell y'all urgently. My fiance accidentally peed on my face.
Ooh.
Like 10 minutes ago or so.
Very recent.
Like,
they got
did
pissed
it
on
and
and
then fired off
ran
this email.
ran to their laptop.
There's not much to this, I guess, but please, if this makes it into the podcast, turn this off if you're under 18, please. We were participating in what the kids call head, and he accidentally peed a little bit on my face, a little. I should also clarify that both of us are incredibly not into piss play and prefer to stay very far away from it, so it wasn't like a pleasure thing, just a regular old piss thing. All things considered, it was not the worst case scenario. I rinsed my face off and he's hydrated enough that he doesn't have super nasty pee. But he sure did pee on me during sex by accident, so that's something to think about. I have no advice to ask here except, like, should I make fun of him for it? Or am I worse off because I'm the one that got peed on? And maybe share your ridiculous, embarrassing encounters with us as well so that I don't feel like a complete freak. Anyway, thank you all for reading this nasty little fart question. This occurrence was an actual fear of mine, so hopefully my suffering brings you all a chuckle, lol. I look forward to hearing you'll cast your pod again soon.
Alright.
I apologize if I sounded very unnatural saying the word y'all in there a lot. This is obviously not my
And I made you read it.
Tongue, yeah. But I tried my best.
So, they want us to share embarrassing, ridiculous encounters. Ridiculous, embarrassing encounters
is what this is.
What would you say? Probably the time you shit on me.
Oh my god.
All of those years ago.
You said that you wouldn't bring it up.
That's not true, by the way. Don't go running with that, our dear listeners. We have a perfect, clean record. We never pissed or shit on each other at all.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think we would have remembered if we had.
It just comes back to us all at once. Oh! We've done it a lot.
We eternal sunshined it out of our minds.
We were into it for a month and then went to therapy for it.
Not even it happened accidentally, but we were into it for a month.
We were into it for a solid month before we decided to pay $700 to repress it using lasers.
Lasers and extreme NLP programming.
Yeah. But obviously should have went for the larger package, I remembered after all.
Oh god, it's all coming back to me now.
No, this is a funny email. I love how they're like, we're super not into piss play, by the way. Yeah. Not very believable, considering you were just peed on.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that I thought. Isn't that hard to do?
Yes.
I thought it was hard to do.
Oh, wait, you mean to pee while you're getting head?
Yeah.
Now, Billy, are you assuming that the person that they're giving head to has a penis?
I'm not assuming anything.
Now, I believe
not assuming anything.
That you are canceled.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm getting the reports on Twitter now. Yeah, your career's over. Give us it all.
I was actually thinking before I said that. I was like, honestly, what I'm saying I think could refer to all people.
I don't know if it refers to.
I've got
to.
Maybe it's harder for a dick to do. I don't know.
But, I would say it's
all
hard.
I'm saying is that I've not accidentally done it. So
right, yeah, like that was gonna be my next question. Is it hard to when you're God, I don't know how to put it. Just sloppy.
Stop.
Really aroused.
Stop. All I'm saying is, I'd question how accidental it was. I'm not saying they did it because they were into it. I'm saying maybe they did it because they thought it was funny. That's an option you're not considering.
That's why I do it.
Yeah, honestly.
I think it's hysterical.
I do it for the vine, I guess.
6 seconds of being on someone. You go from head to pissing in 6 seconds.
6 seconds is quite a long time.
6 seconds is way too much time to be pissed on.
When it comes to pee, yeah, that's quite long.
I'm willing to bet this person got pissed on for less than 6 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, if it was anything close to 6 seconds, you can't call it an accident.
6 whole seconds of you standing there as it's like, as it's getting all of your hair wet, basically. 6 seconds is forever. Vines were vines are not that hard. 6 seconds is way too long.
Too much wiggle room.
Yeah. I would say if the person had a penis, it is difficult to do accidentally. I think, and I'm not speaking about who let's just say who the fuck cares, right?
Yeah.
But I think in any case it's a little bit difficult to do accidentally, but I believe it was an accident.
Okay.
That being said,
out here.
You got peed on a little bit, but you're giving someone head. When did they pee on your face? Is that what they said?
Yeah.
Accidentally peed on my face.
Yeah, like 10 minutes ago. Yeah. Again, the funniest part of this is that like you went from having a pleasurable sexual encounter to emailing a podcast in the space
writing
of 10
into this show. You wiped off your cheek and grabbed your BlackBerry.
Emailing a podcast is like as much the opposite of sex as I can think of. I'm Don't say it. Don't say it.
So when I read in a podcast.
Jesus Christ.
It's the furthest thing from my mind.
It's the anti-horny.
It is.
So that's the funniest part of this. Is not even that you got peed on, but it's that you immediately came to email us about it.
Yeah, that is
We've got strong brand recognition, obviously. Something like this happens, people think of us.
I like that.
Yeah.
we asked for pictures of you for our wallets. We get it. It happened. We want a remix.
Yep.
Look at that.
It happened.
Slow Smog.
Yeah.
Making it happen. Tappinkid.com. Was there a question here?
The only question was, should I make fun of him for it, or am I worse off because I'm the one that got peed on?
Yeah. I do. Let's see if we have some takes on this, okay? I think you are worse off, but you gotta, like, deflect that by making fun of him.
You gotta protect yourself.
At the end of the day, you got pissed on. You got clowned in this. You were pranked, right?
Yeah.
But alleviate that. Have you ever heard of bullying?
Oh.
It's super effective. If you get your feelings hurt at all, you deflect that and you project it on someone else.
Onto someone
else.
Yeah.
To kind of it's based in, I'm forgetting the word, insecurity.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you're very insecure about something, like you got peed on or something like that, you make the other person feel bad about it. It dances the line of manipulation.
I gotcha.
So bullying, look it up.
Look into it.
Yeah.
Maybe consider that. Yeah.
You have to scroll past a bunch of like anti-bullying campaigns.
Yeah, there's a lot of
people are really up in arms about it lately.
Yeah, there's a lot of antis. Yeah, we're kind of antis, I think. Anti-bullying. Yeah.
I'm not anti-vax. I'm not anti-bully. I say whatever. Let her rip. Give me a vaccine and then stuff yourself in a locker.
Okay. Is that all we can say to this?
Mostly. I mean, we're picking non-questions this episode, but that's fine. I mostly just wanted an excuse to get on Skype and look at that. Turn over to the side a little bit.
What?
Give me just a side profile. There it is. That's that nose I'm in love with.
Oh.
Look, you look like a Muppet to me.
Be specific. Which one?
I'd have to find a picture.
We'll go on then.
Didn't we say that you almost like you look like Bert and Ernie at once? Or have I just thought that a lot?
That. No, we did say that kind of recently.
You got like the round head of Ernie.
Yeah.
And kind of just the Muppet nose of Bert. But not like your nose isn't big. It's just funny.
I have a strange relationship with my nose.
You love it and hate it?
Well, occasionally I'll fall into a delusion where I hate it, but a lot of the time I'm like enchanted with it to the point where like I wanna tweet about, like, I want to just be like, has anyone noticed how fucking perfect my nose is? But I'm like,
your nose is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Billy, don't do that because you'll make everyone like horribly jealous.
Yeah, because that would be mean if everyone noticed how perfect my nose was.
Exactly.
I do the same thing about my jawline.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, baby.
But you did get called out for that one time, so
I get called out for that all the time. If I turn too quickly, I might cut someone, dude. I can't.
Jesus Christ.
I gotta be careful with this shit. My finger.
Oh Jesus Christ.
What if I'm just like thinking about something like this? I go, and I there's blood on my finger now.
Like the thinking emoji.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, like the thinking emoji, but I kind of just touch my jaw right there with my index finger. Boom. Deep cut. Yeah, I had this joke rap a long time ago that was on Tumblr, and you can't find it, by the way, Jake.
So don't look.
Like you couldn't. It's not there anymore. So don't try. I will send him into a frenzy if I'm like, there's some content out there you haven't seen, Jacob. You can't find it, and I don't have it. So let's just end it there. But I said something like, I've got these giant cheekbones. They're so defined they can slice a meat roast. And I still stand by that, you know? It's fucking dope. The fire rap. Yeah,
that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
We got one more question.
I'm tired. I'm actually less tired today than
That's
usual.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm more tired.
I'm hyped up on all the anxiety. Also, hey, we had the open mic recently. Yesterday we did.
We did. Oh, God, today's been long. I can't believe that was only yesterday.
It was 3 days ago. You know?
Yeah.
I've had 9 panic attacks since then. So
yeah.
It feels very long. And then we had that like call with Brooke, and then you woke up and we talked again. So
yeah,
it was a thing. But can we get I don't know if we could. No, fuck, let's get a round of applause for the open mic that we had recently. Sorry we didn't talk about it on the show, but I was talking about it on social media. And every new patron, every new person, everybody that performed at the open mic on Discord, thank you. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing to experience.
It was amazing. We had an open mic in the Discord last night, and every single person who performed was
incredible.
Amazing.
It was amazing.
I mean that. It was. I had such a fun time. It was really good.
We're going to do more in the future. So if you're interested in that or just want to be a part of the Discord that's grown a good bit in the last however long, patreon.com/flatsound to join any of the tiers, even just the $1 one. And again, you are not charged per month. You're charged per project. And ask anyone in the Discord. I barely fucking do them. I haven't charged anyone since August. I have not done it. So keep in mind, I might charge people soon. I'm going to eventually need that $1,000, to do something with. But, I've been thinking about just cashing out and fucking buying shit for the Discord, like I'm not even getting the money at this point. I don't really need it. I'm living off of other means right now, but I should still do that because I feel I have to get paid to interact with those weenies, It's taxing to me.
For your emotional labor. Yeah, of course.
Emotional labor is going to cost you, a smooth $1 to $8 per however long.
Per however when I feel like
Whenever you annoy me the most, you'll know it because I'd have cashed out. I'd have needed a new microphone by then. Bang! Hey, you know what's funny? We talked about that whole first question. Not a lick of microphone talk. We were just like, oh, you're from this area?
We glazed right over that completely.
It's cool that you passed your test because of the microphones. It's cool. I got a new microphone just this last week, right?
A few days ago.
I finally got an RE20. For anybody that cares about that, I finally own an RE20. It's just one of the mics that I was like, I already have some 7Bs. Why do I need an RE20? Oh, Mitch. The RE20 sounds way different than the 7B. It's got a little boost in the high end.
It does.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's true.
And
it's got that variable D. Yeah.
Oh, the variable D. Don't even get me started about the variable D technology. And it essentially eliminates the proximity effect. It's a very, very good microphone. And the reason I bought this one is because they recently, like just months ago, released a matte black version of it. Imagine the RE20, traditionally very ugly microphone, but looks 70s, looks, beige, all that stuff. Now imagine it in matte fucking black. I own that now.
Very hot.
I'm thinking about buying a second one.
Yeah.
For you, when you're here. We could podcast on. We could podcast on it. Of course we can.
Yeah. Well, it sucks for you because you got this new microphone that's like fucking. I can't lie. I mean, I'm not as into microphones as you are, but I can hear the difference.
You can hear the difference.
It is beautiful.
It sounds so good compared to this microphone. Little Rhodes we're speaking into right now.
And then that like you've been talking on that for the last few days, testing that out, and then I make you come and join me in my stupid little this piece of shit.
Hello, with these digital sounding hollow mids.
Horrible. Terrible.
These anemic little mid ranges and these. I hate this microphone.
Fuck it. Delete the podcast.
Delete every episode that used
rid of it.
Used the Rode instead of the SM7B. We got one more question. We've just been yammering. I think the word is.
We have. Okay. I'm reading this last one. Yeah.
If you must.
Someone must.
Again, we don't have to podcast. Sorry, that was like, it just felt like another dig that you don't want to have a podcast with me. Someone must, yeah. And it doesn't have to. No, it doesn't have to be you.
Oh my God.
It doesn't have to be you.
Oh my God.
I can get anyone to do it.
I meant me or you.
Fuck it. Neither.
Oh my
How about
God.
that?
Yeah, fuck it. I've already texted Nika. It's fine.
Wait, who? Oh yeah, I was gonna say wait, who? Because I thought you meant
God.
Nikki.
No.
No, I would love Nika on the show soon. But like, we keep doing a podcast with such little prep that we're like, oh God, it's podcast day.
Oh shit. Yeah, we have to.
We need to
it has
plan
to be
ahead
up in
and just
2
start having
hours.
guests on the show.
We will start doing that soon.
Let's
We
do
will.
that. Hey, look at me. Shake my hand. Reach out your fucking hand
Okay.
and take mine. Jesus, how are you clammy over the web? That is the weirdest thing to me, but thank you. And that gets brushed on my shirt.
Yeah, he's wiping his hand off.
Because
That's fine.
that was full of
Disgusting.
eczema.
Oh yeah, it is bad. Admittedly, it's bad. I'm looking at it right now, and it. I showed you a picture the other day. You said it looked like an acid burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's not good.
Anyway, let me read this question. This one is called "My dream job is no longer my dream," and it goes. Dear Mitch and Billy, my pickle ticks off a lot of your podcaster boxes. It's shit and piss related as well as art related. It's also job related. Ew. I currently work, you'll love this, as host of an extraordinary shit and piss podcast, in the sewers. It's not as stinky as it sounds. I'm actually comfy and cozy at home, watching videos of sewers looking for pipe damage. I've managed to meet a really cool queer group of friends here. They're what keep me at this job, honestly.
Let's pause there. Hold on.
Okay.
You met this little gang
Yeah.
of like-minded queer people.
In the sewers.
In the sewers.
This is a webcomic waiting to happen.
This is an indie film. You have to understand that.
This is at least a modern retelling of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Come on, like it's something.
I wouldn't expect like young person working sewer job. You know what I'm gonna find? Fellow LGBT, like, you know, just a gang of us with bad haircuts.
Excuse you.
Pull out your hair.
Now?
Yeah, let me see it.
Oh, well, it's flat now.
Now turn to the side.
Okay.
God, your hair is so good.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, but you have to think that, you know, objectively,
To the common man.
to society standards.
Yeah, well, I look like shit.
Yeah, you look like a fucking
Of
muppet.
course. Well, yeah, well, the thing is that I look like a stinky little sewer rat, which is exactly why that's where you might find these kind of people.
Look at that,
perhaps.
honestly. That's such a cool place to meet like-minded people like that.
It's really
Isn't it?
good. It's really good. Yeah. Okay, shall I get back to reading it?
Yeah.
Okay. I've managed to meet a really cool queer group of friends here. They're what keep me at this job, honestly. Well, that and my unrelenting fear of change in a time when my life feels like everything is changing uncontrollably. A bonus to this job is that the schedule is incredibly flexible, which I take advantage of by staying up late a lot of nights when I'm feeling most creative to work on my poetry. This has allowed me to finally break my year-long creative slump and publish 3 poems in a local magazine. Now for the pickle. Twice now, sustainability jobs, one of which would have at one point been my dream job, have opened up, and so far I've not applied to either of them. I have a lot of reasons: the aforementioned new friends, pandemic, potentially more demanding work schedules, the general unknown, as well as some other big life changes, etc. But I'm worried that I'm just making excuses because I'm scared of change and I'm settling, which in some ways I know that I am. But part of my problem is also that these jobs are no longer my dream. I don't dream of working. My current job is flexible and I can easily leave it behind once the day is done and not worry about extra work, being called in on something, or deadlines hanging over my head, thus allowing me to spend my free time on things like my creative projects, a garden come spring, and the general betterment of myself. Am I being a baby by not applying, or am I justified in my refusal to let work dictate my life any more than it has to? Thanks so much, this person's name. P.S. I've included one of my poems for your perusal. You are also inspiring to me as artists, and I aspire to be as dedicated and creative as you are. Now, 1 July 2021. 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 1 July I won't read the poem because I'll butcher it.
Really?
Yeah. Do you want to read the poem?
You want me to read the poem? You think I won't butcher it with my dyslexia? I could try, but I can't believe you just throw this at me with the... It's like, this is a punishable offense, but I'll try. I could do it if you want. I'll try it. I'll try it. I mean, man, this is so bold of you. This is unlike you, Billy. Hold on, let me pull it up. The poem is called One Day I'll Miss the Broken Light Outside My Door. Flickering when I need it most, old stones cobble the alley with mismatched reality, leading to slanted sidewalks, asking me to fall to pieces. I close my eyes, navigate, the smell of bread, spices, a musty old air conditioner. Step over the possibility of a puddle where birds gather to bathe by the orange block garage, spray painted with fond vandalism. Our laughter becomes a vigil, echoing on concrete, waking up the neighborhood, and when the bell tolls, all sins will be forgotten.
Beautiful.
I did the best I could.
I think you did very well.
Thank you. Gorgeous fucking poem.
So
by
good.
The way.
I can see it. I can feel it.
You and I are not the type of people that say that to just hype up any poem. No. You know, that's like most of the reason that when fans are just like, "May I send you my poetry?" Like in like an Instagram DM, I don't respond because why would you want to do that? What I would never tell them to their face like, well, this is real bad. Like this, you're writing like a second grader and you're 26. Like what is this? So I mostly am just like, I don't want to hear it. You and I can tell when poetry is shit. It sounds bad. It's much too simplistic. You know, the imagery is not there. The you know, the delivery is just off. I genuinely think this is good.
Yeah, so do I.
I love the imagery. I love the pacing of it. I think even like right down to the line breaks, it flows very naturally.
It's very, very nice. Yeah. Yeah, and you got 3 of your poems published recently, which is very cool. And I mean, I'm not surprised if they're this quality. That's very good. It's amazing. So, the question, the predicament.
The predicament is a multi-layered one. But it revolves kind of around the idea of like staying comfortable where they are.
Yeah.
In their little like you know, comfortable group of friends at work, very flexible job.
Yeah.
They're out of their slump of not creating. They're creating more. They got some of their stuff published recently.
Yeah.
Their dream jobs are opening up. But they're not applying to them, and they're kind of thinking, am I just doing that because I'm afraid? Maybe a little bit.
Perhaps a bit, yeah.
I don't think that there's anything wrong with what they're doing.
No, I was going to say that I do have an opinion on this, and it's that basically. I was going to say, like, I think, you know, so this person's relatively young, probably in their 20s if they're listening to this podcast. You know, you have lots of time to change your job, you know. Lots and lots of time. And to be honest, I think...
Sorry, I just looked up their name on Facebook. They're 63.
Oh, yeah. Shit. Okay, well then...
Probably go for the job. Start setting up a retirement fund. You only got a few
come
years.
With a pay rise, yeah, get the retirement fund. You got like 2 years left.
Or maybe just travel during these years of your life. No, I'm sorry, go on.
I was going to say, you're going to get more opportunities to move up or sideways or whatever direction you want to, I think. And I think right now, when it's a pandemic, I think a lot of people, like most people I know, are really kind of struggling with balancing, you know, doing pleasurable things and feeling fulfilled with doing their job. Everyone's feeling fucking burnt out and like scared all the time, you know? So I think if you've got a deal right now where you're like, I can kind of leave my job at home, it's giving me time to be creative in my spare time, I don't think that's a bad thing right now.
Quite a good thing, actually.
Yeah, I'm not saying like never change your job, keep doing this forever, but you know, maybe it's not the most urgent time to do it right now if you're happy, and also the world's in a fucking weird place right now, you know.
Totally. Honestly, I would like to work in a sewer during a time like this. Just become a little sewer rat. Live underneath everything, you know, like the little mutants in Futurama.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Yeah, I imagine very socially distanced in a sewer.
Yeah.
You're like 6 feet below everyone.
At very least, yeah.
Though I get, you know, they did, to be fair, they said that they're just watching videos of sewers at the moment, which in itself is a little bit funny.
working the sewer job from home.
Yeah.
Watching the surveillance tapes from home.
Where does the video come from?
I don't know. I don't know what that meant, actually.
No.
But I like your little, like, ragtag bunch of friends.
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's cool. I think that it's cool that you're all working the sewer. It just feels so rare to me.
It does.
It feels so rare that you would find like-minded, like cool people like that.
Mm-hmm. That seems kind of rare, yeah.
So I think for that reason, I would probably like stick around with it. Look, I would say probably go for the dream job if it was one, still your dream job, and two, you needed the money. But considering it doesn't sound like you necessarily do, and it's no longer your dream job, why go for it?
Yeah, why go for it now, especially, I think, you know. You know, you might change your mind again, like in a year or something, you know. And then I'm sure opportunities will, you know, present themselves again. If it's already happened twice, it's probably going to happen again, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I think, you know, I don't know what answer you hoped we would give you. Like, maybe you kind of wanted us to push you into it a little bit, but like, I don't think there's anything wrong with what you're doing.
Yeah, you have a tight group of friends there. You're creating more art. You want to like have time to start that garden in the springtime. Like all of this is just like, what are you living for? You know, it's kind of for that.
Yeah.
And if you can get by on that, you're living a very, very good and modest life. You know, that for a lot of people is a dream life. You have this kind of like a obscure, unique job, but it doesn't completely define you, but it's still just kind of a funny job for you to have, where you have this like really great group of friends at that job, and then you go home and you don't have to think about that job, and you get to like write and get your stuff published in local magazines and start gardens and do other stuff and work on art and to be creative. I think that that's really good. Hey, Mitch from the future, editing this right now. Can you believe I did it again? I did it again. I went on a tangent. I went on a rant about the dumbest thing. Poor Billy has to sit there and listen to me. I'm not even going to really like do a big thing where I sum it up with nice music or anything like that. Just know that I went on a rant, and it was just about the part of this email that says, I don't dream of work or something like that. And it had nothing to do with this person at all. I stated that many times. So this has nothing to do with that. I'm just ranting about Twitter at this point. And I was ranting about those tweets I see all of the time that, you know, are just very corny, pandering tweets when they're, what's your dream job? And a person responds and they go, well, I dream of not having a job. And it was, oh, everyone applauses because they've never heard of socialism before. Oh my God, I've never thought of it. I too don't like to work. I don't like working either. That sounds so good. And I was just like expressing my frustration about that because it's boring. It's a boring take to have. I want universal basic income. My views are they're very socialist inherently, you know, and they always have been since the beginning. People shouldn't starve, and people, God, with jobs should be making twice as much while working half the amount. But people in a functioning society still have to work. People still have to have jobs. The issue here is that under a capitalist society, I'm getting into it again. I can't believe I'm doing it even right now. But it's also let me try and sum it up in a cool way. What if I had a thought like a few minutes ago. Let's see if I could bring it back right now. This is going to make me sound old, but I want people to value having passion. The question on Twitter is, what is your dream job? Your dream job. And if your answer to that is, I dream of not having to work, I dream of not having a job, to me, that doesn't sound like you're saying, I don't want to have a job. To me, that sounds like you're saying, I don't have a dream, and I don't want to contribute to a functioning society that I'm a part of. You know, I don't have passions. You could have picked anything. You could have picked anything. You could have picked caterpillars. Caterpillars could be your dream job. And under a functioning society, you can make that. You should be able to make that your job in your dream. That's your dream job. I don't know. I got on this big thing, and I don't want it to sound like I was talking about the person writing in, because I specifically stated this has nothing to do. I'm just going to rant about Twitter, which is what I did. And you're going to get me talking about society and all this stuff. So we're just going to hop back into the podcast right now. Bye. I'm not going to speak on it anymore. It's going to be the microphone thing all over again.
Yeah, a certain amount of people need to work for it. We live in a society.
Yes. Societies are still a thing. And unless you want to grow all of your own food, in which case...
Cool.
It's cool, but I guarantee you're going to have even less free time than when you did when you were complaining
that will take
about,
up all of your time.
You'll just be a farmer because all of your food is coming from, which again is not a dig at this person that wants to start a garden. I think that's awesome. I love gardening.
Yes.
Just at Twitter, just at that phrase there, I think that there's a lot wrong with it. And it's very narrow-sighted, short-sighted.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, most of the things that people say on Twitter are.
Yeah. Which,
I mean, thank God at least one of us is leaving there.
Yeah, soon. Very soon.
It is very soon. It's nearly the end of the month. Will you be gone by the next time we do a podcast?
Maybe.
Perhaps. We'll see.
Perhaps. We'll see. Yeah, have I talked about it on the show yet?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm all done with Twitter. I don't like it. I don't want to be part of it. I think that I think that it's just so I can't imagine like a culmination of wrong and senseless takes more compressed into one place than that.
Yeah.
It's the worst. I don't really even think it's benefiting my career anymore. I know that I'm going to take a loss there for sure. I tweet about merchandise. I get sales. I do all that stuff. I tweet about a new song, But I'm really focusing on the Patreon, the Discord, building connections like that. And it sounds almost very pretentious, but I'm just like, I feel like there should be a wall in between speaking to me. Even if that wall is like a mailing list instead of just a tweet. It's also public. It's also people. I'm too accessible to these people who say these awful, terrible things to me and to other people. It just, and then to me, I get so many weird DMs. I get so many weird people. I just hate it so much. And then all the takes on these platforms, I feel are like very surface level and toxic and bad. It's all just bad. So I've made the decision to not be on the platform anymore. I'm not going to delete it. I got some fucking fire tweets from the past that I don't want to get rid of. I don't want anyone to have my handle. Maybe I'll be on it every so often, but I'm going to get rid of it, not post, but not even post updates about songs or albums or anything like that. I'm going to really, really try and do that to see if I can do it without Twitter. And I'm really excited. I've been like speaking to my therapist about it and shit, But one of the things that I'm doing to like get people to kind of go elsewhere, if you do care about Flat Sound and if you do care about the songs that I make and when I release merchandise or do anything like that, I have a mailing list that you can sign up to if you like the idea of receiving an email. I think that mailing lists are cool. I'm also 30, but
yeah.
I feel like
I think they're very cool. I love a mailing list personally.
I feel like it's a good way to just kind of like mature the audience a little bit. A lot of the people that send me weird DMs are a bit on the young side, and social media is like the only way that they can communicate with one another.
Yeah, so are you old enough to check your inbox?
Exactly.
That puts up a bit of a...
That's a bit of a wall, right?
Yeah.
I like having just that
just
wall
like
there.
one degree of separation that's good, from just like fucking everyone. Yeah.
Right. So if you go to flatsound.org/mailing-list or just go to the About page on flatsound.org and it's linked right there, join the mailing list. I would really, really appreciate it. The amount of people that have done it, it's like it's almost at like a couple thousand people at this point. It blows my mind that many people wants to be on a mailing list. Thank you so much. That's so awesome. Means a whole ton. But if you want to be a part of that and want to know when I drop merchandise or have a new thing on my website or new songs or upcoming things or just dumb thoughts from me in a convenient little email, please check out the mailing list, flatsound.org. Go to the About page. That's just like the easiest way to do it. And you can click the mailing list from there. It'll take you right to it. Sign up. Give me your email. Give me your fucking email, and I want to send you an email.
Put a link in the description if you wanted to.
Yeah, fuck it. A link in the description in a million.
Yeah,
there you go.
Link in the description.
Is that it? Have I rambled too much?
I think you rambled the perfect amount. That's what I think. But it is around the time that, you know what's funny is that before we started recording this, we were like, let's kind of do a short one, you know?
Yeah.
We're nearly an hour again. So
I mean, we say that every single episode.
There we go.
We're always just like, it's hard to not talk for an hour. I mean, especially because my stupid broken brain is always just like, right, but the problem on a societal level with that statement is that people don't, consider the fact that, who cares, bro? Fucking being 30 is so annoying. Like, it really is. And I love you so much because you just sit there politely nod, like, I don't feel that. I don't feel that when you just, like, sit there and, like, passionately talk about, like, your zine or developing film or anything like that. I'm genuinely very like, oh, cool, crazy. But like, I don't know. I talk about microphones a lot, dude. Like, like it's not leveled what we do. Like I'll go off on one. I've always been like a talker.
Yeah. No, you are a talker. You're more of a talker than me. But the fucked up thing is that I'm still somehow interested when you talk about microphones to me. That's the weird part.
Yeah.
I continue to be interested.
Thank you for that. It is a big reason as to I think why this works, not just as a podcast, but as a relationship, which is like stupid to say, but it's true, I'll think back at the end of the day to be like, God, I went off on, I talked about that for, God, the people that are in my life are just, thank you, like that's, Jesus Christ. My poor brain just really glitched for a second. It was just like, well, the cool thing about the impedance of this exact polar pattern is that it's horrible. It's horrible.
I think it's funny.
I know you think it's funny. But also we have listeners and stuff like that. And I do mean these things. I do see those things on Twitter. And I do think like, you're not thinking about the bigger picture here. You have to be passionate about life. Like you can make a good, I think that it's I'm not even going to get into it now. But I do feel all those things. And my only regret is not having the time or the energy to fully get into them. So I only get into them on this really like, almost this vapid surface level, like, pretentious, like, aha, but you didn't consider the fact that I know more than you. And then I'm not going to rant about it for 3 hours. I can't, but I just have, it's here inside me. I can feel it. So I can't not say it, but I also don't have the time to get into it.
So just come out of it.
Just know I think it's wrong. But not this person. No, I was just concerned, but I was like, oh no, they're cool. And they're like passionate about all this other stuff. No, they're living a modest life. You're living a good life. I would stick with it.
Yeah. For sure. Okay. Shall we say goodbye?
We must say goodbye.
And good night.
This has been All 2 Minutes.
My name is Billy. If you would like to email us, we'd love to receive your email. We'd love to read your pickle, crunch into it, swill it around in its own little brine, perhaps. You can email us an art question, a fart question, anything in between those two things, silly or serious. We love to read all of them. And you can email us at our address, which is
all the space in between at gmail.com. And if you like the show for whatever fucking reason, if you're one of those people that just makes us remixes, send us wallet-sized pictures, or just writes into the show, if you're a listener, I don't know how else to say it. You accidentally started liking our podcast.
You sure do listen to us.
And if that's the case, we would love it if you told your friends about the show.
Yeah.
As much as we joke about getting cash money paid, fat stacks of $5 bills in our wallets, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you stack them up, that's hundreds of dollars, my guy. We joke about that all the time. We are running this podcast at a loss. It takes time and energy to do the show, and then on top of that, it takes time and energy to host this show, and then to edit all the stuff, and we don't make anything.
Yeah, and also money too. So yeah.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, it also costs money.
Yeah.
What was you saying?
But here we are, bringing it to you every week.
Yeah. So tell your friends about the show. It's really helpful. At very least, it makes us feel good. At the very least, it makes us feel good. If you haven't checked out the pins that we're selling right now, they're available in Billy's shop and in my shop, depending on where you live in the UK or in the US. US or this whole continent, go to me. Anywhere else, go to Billy. And flatsound.org/shop or blssm.org/shop.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, that is us.
Check us out and get a little podcast pin.
They're adorable.
It's the only merch we've ever done, and it's
I've been
cool.
loving seeing people's photos of them.
Yeah, oh my god, the photos we've seen in the Discord, and then on Instagram too. They're beautiful. They're beautiful.
Stunning and beautiful.
Very very cool. Anyway, I think that's it. Thank you so much for listening. New episodes every Monday.
We always said it too soon.
Bye.
Bye.